Unit 5 Benchmark Test. Question 1. In paragraph 7, what is the meaning of the word ungrateful? A. Unpleasant. B. Unappreciative. C. Unhealthy. D. Unable. Question 2. Which words from paragraph 5 help the reader know what commodities mean? F. Making money. G. Food deliveries. H. Every few weeks. J. New Deal. Number 3. What is Trudy's main goal in writing this letter? A. To describe the conditions during dust storms. B. To persuade Mr. Roosevelt to send help to her in the Great Plains. C. To tell Mrs. Roosevelt stories about the Dust Bowl. D. To explain how the Dust Bowl was caused by drought. Question 4. From the information provided in the selection, the reader can conclude that F. President Roosevelt knew nothing about the people affected by the Dust Bowl. G. Many states were affected by the Dust Bowl. H. Neighbors and friends help each other during the Dust Bowl. J. While the time was difficult, no one suffered permanent harm from the Dust Bowl. Question 5. The main purpose of paragraph 6 is to A. Explain how dust storms make you sick. B. Describe how the dust storms have affected the health of their family. C. Ask Mrs. Roosevelt for assistance. D. Provide information about lung pneumonia. Question 6. Which of the following statements is true based on the timeline at the end of the selection? F. Virtually all of the nation was struck by the drought conditions. G. The worst of the black blizzards occurred early during the Dust Bowl. H. The government was able to pass laws that ended the drought. J. The overall drought lasted approximately 8 years. Question 7. Based on information provided on the timeline at the end of the selection, Trudy most likely wrote her letter A. After rain brings an end to the severe drought. B. When extensive work begins to replow and to replant shelter belts. C. During the same year as the worst black blizzard that occurs on April 14th, a day that becomes known as Black Sunday. Or D. Before the black blizzards begin. Question 8. What word or words in paragraph 4 help the reader understand what the word evacuation means? F. Mayor issued. G. Asked to leave. H. Immediately. J. Was opened. Question 9. The author most likely included paragraphs 5 and 6 to explain A. Why the city of New Orleans needs levees during hurricanes. B. How the government wasn't prepared for the devastation of Hurricane Katrina. C. The effects of Hurricane Katrina on the city of New Orleans. D. What meteorologists and government officials learned from Hurricane Katrina. Question 10. The map after paragraph 4 helps the reader understand F. The size and location of Hurricane Katrina as it made landfall. G. The wind speeds as Hurricane Katrina moved across the Gulf of Mexico. H. How much rain fell across the area because of Hurricane Katrina. J. The path Hurricane Katrina took from the Bahamas to New Orleans. Question 11. Which statement about hurricanes does this article best support? A. People should not worry about hurricanes. B. Hurricanes travel quickly across oceans. C. Hurricanes are controlled by meteorologists. D. People should pay attention and be prepared for hurricanes. Question 12. How does Sheila most likely feel when she first notices Emilio on her roof? F. Angry and stubborn. G. Relieved but uncertain. H. Angry but calm. J. Relieved and happy. Question 13. Paragraphs 10 and 11 contribute to the rising action of the story by A. Telling telling how Mr. Thompson shaved Sheila. B, explaining what the tree Sheila climbed looked like. C, highlighting how annoying Emilio is to Sheila. D, describing in detail how Sheila managed to get to higher ground. Question 14. What can the reader conclude about Sheila's and her mother's experience during Hurricane Katrina? F, they wished more neighbors would have been home. G, it was scary, but they had each other for comfort and the help of others. H, they are glad that the hurricane went through New Orleans. J, it was not a big deal because in the end they were rescued. Question 15. Read this sentence from the story. The huge tree just seemed to just swallow her up. The author uses figurative language to show that Sheila was A, worried that she would not be found if she stayed in the tree. B, scared that the tree would eat her alive. C, hungry and wants to eat the tree. D, happy to be climbing the tree since it was her favorite thing to do. Question 16. While both selections are organized sequentially, what is the main difference between the selections? F, Devastating Katrina presents information about how people survived Hurricane Katrina, while Rescue on the Rooftop tells the story of one survivor of Hurricane Katrina. G, Devastating Katrina tells the story of one survivor of Hurricane Katrina, while Rescue on the Rooftop presents information about how people survived Hurricane Katrina. H, Devastating Katrina presents the factual timeline of Hurricane Katrina, while Rescuing on a Rooftop describes a narrative account of Hurricane Katrina. J, Devastating Katrina presents a narrative timeline of Hurricane Katrina, while Rescue on a Rooftop describes the factual account of Hurricane Katrina. Question 17. Both selections end with a feeling of A, hope, B, despair, C, confusion, D, perseverance.